for a heart-stopping, jaw-dropping fight card. Tonight, every bout has a berth in the 2019 BattleBots World Championship bracket on the line. It is do or die. Win and you're in. The stakes couldn't be any higher. And with that, we welcome you to BattleBots. I'm Chris Rose, and speaking of steaks, with me, a man who likes his steaks and his opponents well done. The meat to my potatoes, he is UFC legend, Kenny Florian.
Once again, Chris, I have no idea what that means, but thank you.
You are welcome. How crazy is tonight, Kenny?
It doesn't get any bigger than this. In fact, it's never been bigger than this. This season started with the largest field in BattleBots history, and tonight, we narrow it down to 16 of the greatest combat robots on the planet.
That's right. Here's how it's going to work. Based on their records and strength of schedule, the committee has granted the following teams automatic entry into the top 16. Bite Force, Black Dragon, who earned their ticket by winning the Desperado tournament. Death Roll, Hydra, Sawblaze, Tombstone, Whiplash, and Witch Doctor. Their seeds will be determined once the field is set. But Kenny, tell us about those 8 remaining spots.
Because of the sheer number of teams sitting on the bubble this season, for the first time ever, those remaining 8 slots will be decided by a series of play-in matches.
The formula is pretty simple. 17 bots will face off inside the box. In every fight, there's an automatic spot in the championship bracket on the line. Win, and you're in. Lose, bye-bye, you go home. What a way to kick off the postseason. Kenny, I'm actually so excited, I just can't hide it. Now let's take a look at tonight's epic high-stakes fight card. We've got Yeti taking on Duck. The legend, Donald Hudson and Lockjaw facing Scorpios. HyperShock versus Huge. Then 3 rookies sitting at 3-1. We'll settle it with a rumble between RailGun Max, BloodSport, and UpperCut. Victor Soto and Rotator take on the fiery hammer of Blacksmith. Son of Whyachi goes for a spin against Copperhead. England's Cobalt takes on 2018 finalist Minotaur. And first up, it's the robotic femme fatale, Valkyrie, hoping to escape the UK's can opener of death, Quantum. Kenny, are you ready, my friend?
So ready.
Are you guys ready? Farouk, let's do this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, it's Bach, and here to strike a chord. Prepare to die Chofsky, because you'll be Wagner death. It's Valkyrie!
Valkyrie clearly spending some time on their choreography. What do they have planned for Quantum?
Well, they're expecting a box rush from Quantum, so they're going with a weapon that features their fastest spin-up time, the bow-tie-shaped bar called Sweet Caroline.
In the blue square, this bot's so crushy, you're gonna be all mushy. It's got weapons, it's got the motion, and when it gets inside the box, it causes a commotion. You know what they say, if you've got 'em, flaunt 'em. It's Quantum!
Kenny, Quantum lost a tooth!
Yes, they did. This is their more powerful configuration. The Lone Tooth focuses all of Quantum's 14 tons of force into one single point in order to break through Valkyrie's thick top armor.
Getting this far and the opportunity to fight this kind of machine is huge for us. The key to this is just be aggressive the whole way through, stop that blade from spinning, and just get a hold of them through any means necessary.
Tonight, everything is on the line. So we are going with Sweet Caroline because we have a faster spin up. It's a bar, and also we have heavy slugs with it. This is our like tombstone type of idea. We're hoping that that will be able to bust through a lot of quantum and before they can have any chance of eating us. I really don't want to be done yet. We deserve, like, I want so badly to keep going.
Robots activate.
Can Quantum crush Leanne Cushing's dreams of making the top 16? Or will Valkyrie finally fly to new heights? Win or go home? Who wants it?
Press a button.
Let the bot battle begin, and look at the box rush by Quantum, although it's a bit of a swing and a miss. Now going at that big wedge in Quantum, and oh no, Valkyrie's teetering. They're gonna get flipped upside down, and that is not the configuration they want.
Well, so far so good for Quantum, though. They're hanging in there. They're gonna start to bite down.
You got this, come on.
Valkyrie now chomping at the center of Quantum.
That wedge is holding up, but the tooth just got knocked off, Chris.
Wow!
The tooth has been removed.
They are officially a crusher bot. Now let's see if Quantum can control Valkyrie. It's taking it for a spin.
Oh!
That's dangerous to let it go, though. Of course, Quantum can hold its opponent for 30 seconds before the catch-and-release program is underway.
Quantum having some trouble getting a hold of Valkyrie.
That's because it's teething, Kenny.
Valkyrie did a little dental surgery, but now their spinner looks to be down.
Something must have hit the motor or something.
There's 14 tons of crushing power in those jaws of Quantum. They got a hold of Valkyrie. They're taking him for a ride. Oh, and Valkyrie gets loose. Fred Moore, their driver, doing anything he can to try to fight his way back in the center of the box.
Oh!
Look at that throw! Quantum does an amazing job of putting Valkyrie in the screws. The screws will roll backward at some point, but I'm not so sure the way that Valkyrie's sitting, that can actually happen.
Yeah, Chris, Valkyrie is wedged into the screws right now. What a beautiful toss there from Quantum.
And the countdown has started.
7, 6,
The bot from Britain
5, 4,
is dancing
3,
circles around
2,
its opponent and moving on. The first heartbreak of the night goes to Leanne Cushing and Valkyrie, watching as the Cooper brothers celebrate their berth in the championship tournament. Well, Kenny, that tooth lasted not all that long. And at that point, I thought maybe it was Valkyrie's fight.
Yeah, absolutely, but it did not matter. That crusher still very dangerous, very powerful. Became a grappling bot, got a hold of Valkyrie, and just kind of took it for a ride around the battle box.
Well, part of the problem was, and you heard Leanne Cushing admit it, that the minute our bot flips, we really lose our advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Quantum had the style of a grappler, just closed the distance, was patient. Once they got into that range, it was all Quantum. And how about that throw for the win?
Amazing, they just slot Valkyrie right into the screws here.
Yeah, Quantum dropped Valkyrie in at such a perfect angle that it actually jammed up the screws, prevented them from reversing and potentially spitting them out. That's a bullseye right there. All right, I'm here with Brent and James from Team Quantum. What a win. You're in the top 16, my man.
Oh, that's just a brilliant outcome for that. We didn't expect it at all, but yeah, I'm shaking a bit now.
You did an amazing job of controlling the bot and then utilizing the battle box to ultimately get the win. Were you confident you were going to be able to do that against a bot like Valkyrie?
We've never fought a machine like this, and we've watched all its previous fights. It's been a brilliant and relentless machine. Trying to take a few tips from them, and yeah, it ultimately paid off.
Congratulations, my man. All right.
Kenny, do I have something in my tooth?
I can't figure out if Valkyrie is the worst or best dentist ever, but remove that thing.
But it turns out Quantum didn't need it. I mean, of course a razor-sharp tooth helps, but what a display of strength as the British bot was able to crush Valkyrie out of the tournament.
And Leanne Cushing, you could see the disappointment on her face. They'll finish the season with an impressive 3-2 record, but they're trending upwards. We expect them to be a really formidable bot next season. Coming up, the mythical Yeti takes on the baddest beak on the block. That's Duck. Quack. It's next on BattleBots Fight Night. Welcome back to BattleBots. Next up on our do-or-die fight card, a crucial ticket to the top 16 is on the line. It's the Alaskan Assassin, Greg Gibson and Yeti, taking on Hal Rucker and the unflappable Duck. Can't wait to see it. Farouk.
In the red square, from the state with the nickname, The Last Frontier, this bot is here to kick your rear. To know your yesterday's news, hope you know you're about to igloos to Yeti.
Kenny, Greg Gibson and Yeti with a solid 3-1 record. Their lone loss coming to defending champ Bite Force. What are we going to see from him?
Well, Greg is still coming in with his smash everything approach, but he also knows Duck will likely take this one to the judges, so he'll have to choose his smashes wisely or risk breaking himself on a very durable Duck.
In the blue square, this bird's so scary, it'll make you fly south for the winter. Say good luck to Duck.
Kenny, Hal Rucker's one win away from finally entering the top 16. How's he going to make that happen?
Chris, few builders know their bots as well as Hal knows Duck, so he knows the tried and true break your fist with our face approach is the best bet against the very powerful spin.
First time against Duck, I mean, and they've taken on all the top spinners out there. Doesn't mean we can't beat them. For most spinners, there's kind of a finite number of hits you can deliver before you just take too much damage to keep going. So if there's a certain number of hits I can get in, I need to make sure those are spread out, I control myself, and look at the whole fight.
Our strategy for fighting Yeti will be the same strategy we use against off spinners. We just go straight at their weapon, use their energy against them. Then we can use our lifter to maneuver them around the arena, score some points. Single elimination at this point.
Sword versus shield, scissors versus rock, smash versus crash. Someone's season is about to end right now. Let the bot battle begin. There's Duck going face to face and flipping Yeti right off the bat. Greg Gibson trying to get himself right side up, or is he doing some breakdancing, Kenny? The Duck having none of it. Nice work by Hal Rucker.
Yeti trying to self-right here. That drum is so heavy, Chris, he's having trouble there. Duck just helped him out, though.
Yep, and Duck flipped over, too. Duck taking it to Yeti early on, but now Greg Gibson in pursuit. Couple of little jabs there. Boy, nice work by Duck, pushing Yeti into the corner.
Yeah, Hal Rucker fighting a very aggressive style right now against Yeti. Oh, big smash there by Duck.
And now starting to chew on that front beak, but look at how powerful that flat duck is.
Yeah, it really is so low to the ground. Now Yeti chipping away at Duck.
And giving him a mini pop. Greg Gibson admitted that's about the best look he can give tonight. You're not going to see Duck flying through the air like we did earlier this season in a fight.
Yeah, that is a tremendous front wedge there from Duck, and boy, is it tough. Oh, that's a good shot there from Yeti.
Greg Gibson with excellent timing here, attacking with that lifting arm. Duck is raised, putting a ton of pressure on Hal Rucker, refusing to give him an inch.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Chris. That is excellent timing there by Greg Gibson and Yeti.
Almost a minute and a half into this one. Winner advances, loser season is done.
There was a nice shot. He launched Duck on that one, Chris.
Let's remember that is a 50-pound drum spinner right on the front of Yeti, and he's trying to get Duck up and out of the box. Incredible driving by Greg Gibson, staying on top of Hal Rucker, keeping Duck off balance.
Oh, Yeti getting some excellent hits there on Duck. Let's see if he attacks the lifting arm.
Yeti with a hold of Duck. Can he get him on the screws? Now backing away.
There is some damage there to the left side, but I think it's mainly cosmetic.
And after being stopped momentarily, that drum spinner's back up. Oh, and a face-to-face shot. Under a minute to go, so the kill saws are now active. Who's gonna do? Who's gonna die? Go! And Yeti, another nice shot by Greg Gibson, the Alaskan assassin.
For as low as Duck is, Yeti's been getting some great shots on Duck. Duck's gonna have to come up with some offense here, Chris.
And now Yeti just bullet his way through because that drum spinner not fully functional. Duck doing a little dance. Let's see if he can get some pushback in the final 30 ticks.
Our Duck has significantly slowed down here, Chris. This is not good for Hal Rucker.
Yeti just pushing and shoving. Is he 20 seconds from advancing? Or does Duck have something left in him? Oh, he gets pushed into the corner, the rails. Under 10 to go. Yeti looking for one final smash. He doesn't get it, but did he do enough to get a victory? So this one now goes to the judges, all three former BattleBots participants scoring on a 7-point system. Up to 3 points can be awarded for damage, 2 for aggression, and 2 for control. Kenny, how are the judges going to sort this one out?
Well, Duck was able to get a great flip on Yeti right out of the gate. Hal Rucker, very aggressive in the first minute of this match, able to push Yeti into the corner with some very nice driving.
But nobody outsnarls Greg Gibson and Yeti, who came right back with some impressively timed shots, some brilliant driving from the Alaskan assassin, able to slip around to the sides of Duck and score some all-important damage points.
That's right, Yeti definitely becoming the aggressor in the last half of the match, just shoving Duck around the box, showing just how bad he wants this win.
Let's go to Farouk to announce the winner.
The results from the judges are in. The winner by unanimous decision is Yeti.
I'm here with Greg Gibson of Team Yeti. You are back in the top 16, my friend.
Feels good. Feels really good. Thank you.
Talk us through that fight a little bit, man. It was the king of smash, basically. Who was going to come out on top?
Yeah, I mean, that fight was always going to go 3 minutes. You cannot kill Duck. That thing's just indestructible. So the hope was just keep hitting it and kind of come out better, but our drum stopped, so that got pretty scary.
So you're in the top 16 now. Can Yeti make it to the finals this year?
4 more fights to the finals. I think we'll be just fine.
Well done, man. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
All right, I'm here with Hal Rucker, the builder of one of the toughest bots we've ever seen here at BattleBots. Knowing that this fight was going to go 3 minutes, were you hesitant about that considering your history with judges?
It's never good for anyone to let a match go to the judges if they can avoid it. Duck tends to be a lot of defense, so that happens a lot. But this was a case where it was a clear winner. Yeti definitely won the match.
Well, listen, I hope it's not the last that we see from Duck. He's one of the most beloved robots in the world. You're an excellent driver, and we love Duck.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to Yeti.
So congrats to Team Yeti. They're the second bot of the evening to punch their ticket to the top 16. What's next for Greg Gibson and that group? Can they go on a serious run?
I think they can. Listen, with that kind of style of driving, when you have a bot that is that durable, it could definitely go far.
Let's remember a season ago how disappointed Hal Rucker was, the way that season ended with the controversial decision. In fact, some of his fans felt so badly, they sent him cakes. Several of them did. No need to send the desserts this year.
You can send Chris the desserts if you want.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
I need more. I'm wasting away here. All right, coming up, the crushing mandibles of Lockjaw taking on the stinging saw of Scorpios. It's do or die on BattleBots Fight Night. We are back on BattleBots, and now going head-to-head for a berth in the top 16. It's the legend, Donald Hudson and Lockjaw, up against Scorpios, captained by Zach Lytle, who's had an excellent season so far. Can he send a legend home and packing for the rest of the season? Let's find out. Farouk.
In the red square, this bot's named after tetanus. And when it's in the ring, you best be sweating this. Make some noise for the bot with the Iron Maul. It's Lockjaw!
Donald Hudson, one of the sport's great tacticians. What is his plan of attack tonight?
Well, he definitely wants to attack the wheels. We saw that vulnerability in Scorpios in his last fight against UpperCut. He also wants to try to get to the neck of the saw of Scorpios.
In the blue square, it's ready to make you feel the sting. You'll be saying, don't stand so close to me or I'm gonna call the police. You don't have to put on the dead light for Scorpius.
Zach Lytle's had an amazing season so far, and part of the reason he's at 3-1 is due to his driving, Kenny.
That's right, he has established himself as one of the better drivers in the field, but now he's facing not just one of the best drivers in Donald Hudson, but also his inspiration for getting into BattleBots in the first place.
We're feeling pretty confident that the robot itself is ready. You know, now it's just coming down to driving. Just hit him hard, try and slow him down really quick. You know, one of us is going home. It's not gonna be me.
I've always wanted to fight him. I used to be a little kid sitting in front of the TV watching Donald Hudson, and even though he's my hero, he is going down. I'm just gonna go out with everything I got, and we gotta get under and get that hammer on the top of Lockjaw. This is going to be amazing. Woo!
Exciting moment for Zach Lytle, but you know the old saying, don't meet your heroes, especially inside the battle box. Let the bot battle begin. Scorpio Stone takes one of the kiss on the box rush. And again, Donald Hudson lays down the law.
Yeah, Lockjaw with some big hits right off the bat. Now he's going for those wheels, Chris.
Oh, man, he's going for everything. Scorpio's done self-right and then takes another shot.
Scorpio's taking a beating right now, landing on its primary weapon again and again.
Kenny, Scorpios is wobbly already.
Yeah, it is, and those front wedges are badly bent upwards.
Already 6, making 7 hits by Donald Hudson and Lockjaw.
Ram it.
He's now got Scorpios in the corner and gets him to flip over a couple of times. Unbelievable, the driving by Donald Hudson. He's ruthless.
Yeah, he is staying on him, Chris. Now really trying to take off that tire.
Oh, shot. He just keeps delivering shot after shot here in the first minute.
Yeah, that right tire is trashed right now.
Oh, yeah, that thing's about to come off.
Get it. Hit the wheel.
That's like a loose tooth when you're 7 years old. You usually just say,
there it goes.
Ah, there it is. It's out.
And the other one isn't doing so hot either, Chris.
Nope, not at all. Maybe he should just take that tire and leave it under his pillow tonight. He'll get a buck back. Actually, more like 10. Uh-oh. Is Donald Hudson smoking a little bit?
He's smoking. He's smoking. Oh, slow. Slow it down.
Donald doesn't seem too worried. It's Scorpio who looks to be having some serious drive issues here. Just sort of crab walking. Lockjaw might want to back off. He could draw a countdown here.
Come on, Donald. Get in here.
Is he taking the bait? Donald Hudson choosing to re-engage and the fight will go on.
Lockjaw dictating the action here.
Just over a minute to go. Let's see if Scorpios can rebound and try to do something here in the final 60 seconds.
Lockjaw trying to finish the job here. Let's see if he goes for that remaining wheel. He does!
The kill saws are active, but I don't think that matters to Scorpios. He's got bigger problems, and it's in green and purple. Lockjaw circling now, and here it comes.
Lockjaw trying to get underneath him, trying to get him over towards the screws. Scorpio's trying to get that saw to work. No damage there at all.
And the fans chanting Lockjaw's name. They want to see a knockout in the last 30 seconds.
If Lockjaw would just disengage, I think the countdown is imminent. That's hardly translational movement from Scorpios.
Uh-oh. Lockjaw starting to smoke. Still moving, though.
And there it is. The ref is seated out. Here comes the countdown. And it looks like Zach Lytle's dream will end here. It is officially a knockout for Lockjaw and Donald Hudson. Think Donald Hudson might be up for best driver in 2019?
I tell you what, like a high-level striker in mixed martial arts, it was combination after combination, just relentless, one after another.
Scorpios really struggled after that barrage, just sort of limped around the battle box and waited for the next blow.
Chances are, if Donald Hudson had backed off, he could have drawn an easier KO, but in the heat of battle, instinct took over and he continued to engage, looking for the killer shot.
But with just seconds remaining and his bot smoking, he chose to take a knee. Scorpios was counted out, and that was all she wrote.
I am here with Donald Hudson and Team Lockjaw. Donald, that seemed like it was pretty much a clinic, my man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a solid robot. I think at any point it could have just went the other way for me. And my hat's off to them. They really had me worried.
You know, I'm not sure if you know, but Scorpios, Zach Lytle, was inspired by watching you when he was a little guy. How cool was that?
You know, it's actually really cool. And that's probably the hardest part about this is, you know, you look at your friends and, you know, you're competing against them. You know, at the end of the day, you know, one of us had to go home. You know, I'm sorry, Zach, it just couldn't be me. Yeah.
Donald, congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
Well done. All right, I'm here with Zach Lytle, who really put together an amazing run. Scorpios was an amazing bot, man. I know you didn't get the result you wanted, but overall, a solid performance for the season.
Well, thank you very much. I wanted to come here and face Donald Hudson and stand on this stage with him, and we achieved that today. We're going to put Scorpios back together. We'll be back for the next season. You better believe it.
And I'm sure you'll be even stronger. Zach, thank you for a great season, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Kenny, I know that fight almost went the distance, but that was as one-sided a nearly 3-minute bout that you can have.
Yeah, without a doubt. A tremendous knockout from Donald Hudson. Start to finish, he was dominant, he was relentless, shot after shot, always attacking at the right angle. Don't let the humility of Donald Hudson fool you. This is a guy who's ready to take the giant nut.
So Donald Hudson and Lockjaw move on. We bid adieu to Scorpios after a fantastic 2019 season. Coming up, HyperShock takes on his next opponent, and it's gonna be huge! That's next on BattleBots. BattleBots. And before HyperShock and Huge duke it out for a spot in the top 16, let's go down to Jenny Taft, who caught up with Will Bales down in the pits.
In the heat of tonight's single elimination tournament, every team is frantically making last-minute adjustments. But Will Bales and Team HyperShock have brought back a familiar look as they get ready for their fight against Huge. Hey guys.
What's up?
How we doing?
We're going full crazy.
There's a lot of action going on, Will. Full crazy. What was your reaction when you found out you were facing Huge?
Less than stellar.
Really?
You know, like, I mean, it's a hard robot.
Yeah.
And it's a weird one to fight because of how unique it is.
Yeah.
And they're really good. That doesn't hurt.
We know you as the rake guy.
Yeah.
Back in 2016, you famously defeated Warrior Clan using a rake. And it's become BattleBots lore. We just saw you bring in 2.
Yeah.
What can we expect?
Well, I sent Mom and Dad out for a rake run.
Looks like HyperShock colors to me. Here you go.
The idea is have rakes on sticks, the goal being push them into something, push them into the wall, push them anywhere that's not into us.
Okay.
We had to switch back to the single disc.
Back to the disc.
And we're switching to the second of the big heavy wedges.
Yep.
And we're gonna go full offensive, stupid rake plan.
I don't know if it's stupid though.
If it works, it's not stupid. If it doesn't, then we're just idiots.
Okay, well we're gonna have to see about it. So Will Bales is relying on a blast from the past. But will it be explosive enough to get past Huge? We're about to find out.
Will Bales, I mean, is he the master of creativity or what with those rakes? They're back, dude!
The rakes are back, and you heard him there telling Jenny he's going to use those as a buffer to hopefully keep Huge away from the bot.
And what about trying to stick it in the spokes? You think that might happen? I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I can't wait to see. With Huge, it lost its season opener against Son of Whyachi, lost in a knockout, then ripped off 3 straight wins. Jonathan Schultz is like, we get past this one, we're gonna be cooking. But we'll see what Will Bales has to say about that. Someone's about to go home. And oh, by the way, somebody get a note to Will Bales. My gardener just quit, so if he doesn't mind saving the rakes, I need to take him with me when we're done. Farouk, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time!
Kenny, they knocked out Valkyrie and Monsoon, lost a decision to Bite Force, also beat Breaker Box, Will Bales and his crew. These guys just love life.
Chris, these guys are having a blast here this season, and when you're having fun, you're at your peak. Will Bales, one of the best drivers in the competition, and 1 win away from the top 16. Pretty impressive.
Jonathan Schultz with a bot that we had never seen before until the 2018 season, now one of the sport's most popular.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge has done more than just be one of the biggest bots we've seen in the BattleBots. It does a lot of damage. It's very pliable, can take a beating and keep on coming back. This should be a fantastic fight.
In the red square, moves like lightning, claps back like thunder. This bot's driven by a real boy wonder. Will Bales likes to dress in style. Let's see if he can stay a while. Knock, knock, it's HyperShock!
Will Bales and HyperShock finally having the season they've been looking for. What's been the key to their success, Kenny?
Well, Will's lone goal at the beginning of this season was simply to suck less. So he's already achieved that. He says the decision to improve his bot instead of redesigning it is why we're seeing him on the verge of making the top 16 here tonight.
In the blue square, you should stop believing. because this will be the end of the journey. Who's crying now? You, because it's huge.
Kenny, no such gimmicks necessary for that big old bot huge.
Yeah, that's right. Well, listen, they do come out with a couple different configurations. The most successful one, however, are those 40-inch wheels and the 33-inch blade. We're seeing that once again. He believes that blade will catch all of HyperShock.
Break him up.
Break him up.
Break him up.
Robots activate.
HyperShock versus huge. It's alliteration at its finest. Only one will punch their ticket to the top 16. Find out who right after this. We are back on BattleBots. HyperShock and Huge about to face off to see who moves on to the top 16.
Can the Rakes do it again?
Let the bot battle begin. Will Bale's going right for it. Oh, he's
jammed up his weapon.
That is pure genius, and he's already got Huge in the screws. Oh, it's going to start to chew up the tires. Oh, and now HyperShock pops him off the screws. Was that a gift for Huge? Will Bale stays on the attack, preventing that blade from getting up to a tip speed of nearly 250 miles an hour. Oh!
HyperShock never letting that blade spin. That's brilliant stuff from Will Bale.
Whoa! Spoke too soon as Huge takes a chunk of armor off the HyperShock. And now it looks like Will Bales is rankless.
Well, the rank is actually stuck into that vertical disc, I believe, Chris.
And it looks like HyperShock's weapon may be jammed up for the rest of this fight. So let's see what happens here. Now Will Bale's just taking Huge for a ride, trying to get him back into the screws.
Been out of it. Been out of him.
Will Bale's driving skills on full display here in the first minute. Huge just cannot get away and now stuffed in the corner. But that blade is up to full speed almost.
And you see that rake still jammed in the disc on HyperShock. That's a tough break.
Oh, there you go.
Huge catching some nice shots on HyperShock now.
But look at Will Bales just staying right on top of Huge in the first 90 seconds. No primary weapon, but still controlling this fight.
HyperShock and Will Bales, they believe that Bite Force last season put out the blueprint of how to beat Huge. And he's doing a very similar strategy here.
Unbelievable driving by Will Bales.
That's as precise as you can get, Chris.
There we go.
Big hit by Huge.
But really, it's pretty much one and done by Huge. It's not repeated punishment that he's dishing out, although if you check out that front wedge on HyperShock, that ain't pretty.
Not only the front wedge, but the front left tire of HyperShock suffering some damage as well as we move into the final minute, Chris.
Heading down the stretch, you could say that Huge is winning the all-important damage battle, but HyperShock has certainly controlled the pace.
They're down another side of drive.
And look at the wheel of Huge cracked in half there.
Unbelievable what these two bots are doing.
This has been a battle of attrition, just a brutal fight.
Oh!
There goes another tire. Oh! The whole thing's off.
HyperShock struggling to move after that exchange.
Well, that's it.
Plume of smoke coming out.
You gotta show me you got some kind of...
Oh, now Will Bales. Is it DOA? He's got to move, or he's going to get counted down. The countdown is started. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable comeback by Huge.
2, 1, that's a knockout.
What a phenomenal turn of events. Jonathan Schultz and Huge with a monumental comeback.
Wow.
Everything is safe.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh my God.
What an ingenious plan by Will Bales and HyperShock.
I tell you what, he was so close to getting the win. The rakes, they were a brilliant addition there. There he is, almost getting Huge stuck into the screws permanently.
I thought that the screws were gonna do more damage to the wheels of Huge than it actually ended up doing. Afterward though, boy, that blade that has a tip speed of nearly 250 miles an hour started to dish out some damage.
Yeah, Huge wasn't going down without a fight, and how about HyperShock's rake getting bent back and caught in its own disc spinner, disabling that weapon, will continue to drive brilliantly even after that bad luck. This was a great fight.
How about the counterattack then by Jonathan Schultz and Huge on HyperShock?
Well, I tell you what, not only is it pliable, but that spinning blade, that uppercutting blade is just brutal.
This one nearly went the distance, but HyperShock, its system just had a little too much to overcome.
All right, I am here with Jonathan Schultz and Team Huge. Well, that was pretty crazy.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Huge.
How nervous were you when the rake started working and he was able to push you into the screws? It looks like you were stuck there for a little bit. Was that nerve-wracking?
It was. I mean, it's a little bold, so I didn't expect it. But hey, there's a long track record of people putting stuff on top to fight Huge, so it's expected a little bit, but that was a fun one.
What do you think the difference is this season? Because it seemed like Huge, yes, it was always pliable, but you're also able to take a lot of damage and come back. You've built a more durable bot.
Absolutely. I mean, last season's robot, I think we cut 40 to 45 pounds out of the chassis and out of the whole hubs and system just to put that back into the wheels and into the center shaft, and it's been unbreakable so far.
You're into the top 16, man. How does that feel?
2 years in a row. I didn't expect it either time, so very good.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm here with Will Bales of Team HyperShock, man. You don't know how excited I was when I saw both of those rakes out there, man, and it almost worked.
It was so close. I mean, we were doing so well for so long. It was amazing.
But then it looked like one of the rakes actually got stuck into the vertical disc. Was that the problem? Was that why it couldn't kind of fire up?
The rake betrayed us. I don't know what happened.
Who are you working for, rake?
You know what? Huge is an amazing robot. I can't believe we went that long without severe damage. I thought it was great.
Listen, you were winning the majority of that fight. Would you agree?
I would agree. You know, we've got we got some smoky pulleys in there, so that's why the drive quit, and they got a really good chunk out of one wheel and ripped another one off. So they deserve the win, and I'm excited to see them keep going.
Well, I know you didn't get the win, man, but it was great to have you back this season. The bot was working, the driving was amazing, the flash was still there, and we hope to see you again soon, man.
Thanks, Kenny. We're happy.
Kenny, I love that fight because there was so much on the line and it had a little bit of everything. It had smarts, it had brawn, it had great driving and stuff all over the box.
I loved the fight and I hated the fight.
Right.
Two of my favorite teams going at it, but again, I am so happy for Huge. What an amazing team they are.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to lose it by the screws a couple of
close.
times, right?
I mean, oh my God, so much drama in that fight, but of course there was. There was Will Bales involved.
So as we like to say, Huge is moving on. As 4 of the 8 slots for the top 16 have been claimed with 4 more trips to the box here tonight. And coming up, 3 rookies with identical records. Who's moving on to the top 16? We're going to decide it with a rumble. That's next on BattleBots Fight Night. We are back on BattleBots. 4 teams have already punched their ticket to the top 16, and joining them will be the winner of a rookie rumble between 3 3-1s. RailGun Max, BloodSport, and UpperCut. Farouk, take it away.
In the red square, Farouk here with some BattleBots trivia. Did you know that the combined weight of all the robots fighting this year is heavier than a blue whale? Or that my favorite color is green? Those are just some random facts. But this right here is RailGun Max.
At an impressive 3-1, RailGun Max is truly one of the surprise stories of the season, blasting its way through Mad Catter, Shell Shock, and Wan Hu. That egg beater drum is the most explosive thing to come out of China since fireworks.
In the blue square, the first rule of Robot Fight Club, you do not talk about Robot Fight Club. It throws down underground. Your bot will contort from the force of BloodSport.
Team BloodSport made quick work of Lucky, Breaker Box, and the Four Horsemen on its way to 3-1. What's the plan for them tonight?
Well, they know they're facing two very powerful vertical spinners, so their strategy is to be the aggressor and not get ganged up on by the other two bots.
In the green square, it's got more swings than a playground. Make you dizzy like a merry-go-round. You're gonna take one straight to the gut from UpperCut.
UpperCut, the undergrads out of MIT. What are we gonna see from the new kids from New England?
Chris, these kids are quickly making a name for themselves here at BattleBots, and it's no surprise. They're out of the City of Champions, the Pats, the Sox, the Bees. UpperCut? Let's find out.
BloodSport and UpperCut have both been in Rumbles this year, so that could give them an advantage over RailGun Max. But rookie Elaine Wu has made it this far. Let's see what she can do here. Let the rumble begin. RailGun Max very aggressive, right in the middle there. Oh, almost a triple-decker box sandwich, Kenny, but no one harmed.
UpperCut hanging back, Chris, content to let the others make a mess here as all the other bots feeling each other out.
Oh, RailGun Max just took out a mini platypus.
RailGun Max just took a big blow from BloodSport, Chris. Now UpperCut taking a turn. The Chinese bot is like, get me out of here.
All three blades up to full speed, it looks like.
BloodSport trying to attack those exposed wheels on the other bots, Chris.
Everybody kind of keeping their distance. Oh, a huge shot by that egg beater weapon. Holy smokes, BloodSport's out of the arena. And that's going to be it for Justin Marple. So now it's UpperCut versus RailGun Max. But it looks like that primary weapon on RailGun Max is out of commission.
And now UpperCut trying to buy some space to get their weapon back up to full speed.
And it looks like RailGun Max is having some serious drive issues. That exchange with BloodSport may have done their bot in.
RailGun Max might be counted out now.
Is it crab walking or is it showing some sort of translational movement? That is the key. RailGun Max has got to get its bearings straight.
Oh! Massive hit to the wheels there by UpperCut.
And back. Right tire, it's also the front right tire because there's only one on each side, is wobbling and about to fall off.
That's what I call crab walking right there, Chris. It's going to be over for RailGun Max.
10, 9,
Here comes the countdown.
7,
RailGun Max trying to show that it can walk a little bit, but no.
3, 2, 1, that's a knockout.
That is called a knockout. And UpperCut punches its ticket to the top 16. And for RailGun Max, its great season comes to an end. Kenny, this was a hit that changed the match on so many levels. It got BloodSport out of the arena, and it did something to RailGun Max.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a brutal hit. BloodSport, a very powerful bot, but a danger to itself like most spinners. And you look at RailGun Max after that shot, their primary weapon was not functional, Chris.
Yeah, and give UpperCut some credit as well because it knocked RailGun Max right in the beak. And after that, there was a lot of crab walking, a lot of stumbling going along.
That's right. Excellent strategy and precise driving there by Alex Hattori and his team. Alex Hattori and team UpperCut getting it done in the Rumble this time around. How does it feel, man? You're in the top 16.
It feels amazing. That was a really scary match with two really scary spinners. And we had some electrical issues right before that fight, but we managed to patch up the robot and toss it in the arena, and it worked out, so.
Coming into this season, if someone told you, hey, you're going to be amongst the top 16 robot teams in the world, would you believe them?
That's something we didn't really think would happen. We weren't really sure what would happen. We just wanted to see our robot spin, and it did.
You've pulled it off, man. You're in the postseason. Congratulations.
So for 21-year-old Alex Hattori, he makes the top 16 in his rookie campaign. And even though it's goodbye to BloodSport and RailGun Max, those are two bots who barely missed the top 16. They've got a bright future. So congratulations to UpperCut. You guys are moving on in the tournament. Coming up, Victor Soto and Rotator take on Al Kindle and Blacksmith. Two veterans. Only one will survive. We are back on BattleBots, and up next, a pair of 2-2 teams tussle, Rotator and Blacksmith. And for Rotator, it's been a season of highs and lows. An enormous win over the former champ Tombstone, but got absolutely undressed in its last fight against Death Roll. But none of that matters for Victor Soto, who's now one win away from punching his way into the top 16. Taking on a veteran in Al Kindle and Blacksmith, and what a crazy range of emotions for that guy, right? He fell to 1-2 after losing a very tough decision to Sawblaze, a match he thought he won. He was pounding the glass. He wasn't happy at all, so he went back, he regrouped, he won his next fight in a KO over Captain Shredderator to put himself in position. Now, Al told us this isn't a perfect matchup for us, but we're going to give it our best shot.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, he easily could have had a winning record heading into this, but he's still in a very important position right now. All that is gone. He's got to win tonight.
Al said, if we die, let's die well.
I like
Farouk,
that.
take it away.
In the red square, it puts the spin the bot and spin the bottle. Forget 7 minutes in heaven. This durable bot will give you 3 minutes in hell. More dangerous than a tornado. It's Rotator.
Kenny, new configuration this season for Rotator when it counts most.
That's right. Now, this is technically an old configuration because this is how we recognize the old Rotator. And you're right, this is the first time they're going with these dual blades, one high, one low.
In the blue square, this bot hails from the Garden State, and it's scarier than being on a blind date. I knew I should have swiped left. Oh well, at least we can all have fun getting hammered. It's Blacksmith!
Kenny, it's the high blade of Rotator that really frightens Al Kindle and Blacksmith.
Yeah, that's right. The way it lines up, it could take out its primary weapon, that hammer. And Al Kindle is contemplating a box rush. He's going to see what happens out there.
I think we have a good matchup against Blacksmith in general. Our invertibility will help us in case we get flipped. His hammer hits pretty hard, and that's why we're going with the discs, because they cover more area, unlike a bar, and they'll take the blows for us if they need to.
At this point, we're one and done. No holding back. Go for it. We're going to have to be very aggressive against Rotator, try to get into him, get him in the wall. We really need to negate those spinners because he has one that's high, and we're very vulnerable to the high horizontal hits. We are one win away from making the 16th. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild fight.
Kindle, so many legendary fights, always a fan favorite, never able to make it into the postseason. Is this the year? Let the bot battle begin, and there goes the box rush by Al Kindle and Blacksmith. He gets a couple nice little shots there.
Yeah, he thought about it, then went at an angle at Rotator. Look at the acceleration from Blacksmith.
And there goes Rotator just spinning around, using that top blade to perfection.
That's his hurricane move, Chris. Rotator looking to slice Blacksmith's exposed weapon chain, and boy, was that close. Woo!
That one looked like it got right into the juicy bits on Blacksmith. Whoa!
That blow was right in the danger zone. Victor Soto executing his plan to perfection so far.
Yeah, Blacksmith getting a real taste of that high blade.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he tried to push Rotator into the screws. That didn't work.
Yeah, Blacksmith waiting. Oh, here it is. This is his chance.
Yeah, he's got him in the corner.
Try to get that blade up against the wall. Try to get Rotator to do some damage to itself. Now's his chance right here, Chris.
Hit him. No hammer, no hammer. Okay.
Oh, no, you heard it right there. That hammer's officially out of play for Blacksmith. Al Kindle's going to have to win this fight without a primary weapon.
And he's doing a great job of bullying Rotator around the box right now, Chris. Weapon or not, Blacksmith is controlling this fight.
Victor Soto still letting that top blade fly as Al Kindle tries to corral Rotator with that big front wedge. 90 seconds remaining now in this do-or-die fight.
Okay, bottom.
Now, Rotator's lower blade is finally starting to spin up. We've seen that strategy in the past for Victor Soto.
Yeah, he'll hold back because of the batteries, because of the motors.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh.
Best shot by that low blade. But what is this, a standoff?
Well, Rotator is in trouble, Chris. Looks like he has no translational movement. This is huge for Blacksmith here.
Al Kindle can hang back and wait for the countdown, but now he re-engages. He wants the KO. Still looking to mix it up.
This is a very risky strategy for Blacksmith, Chris. If he can't get the KO and it goes to the judges, well, we know how judges' decisions go for Al Kindle.
Blacksmith not backing down, chasing Rotator like a dog with a bone. And with no hammer, he's got to push and shove Victor Soto. The bad boy from New Jersey putting all of his muscle into this one, trying to show the judges he's the one in charge.
Oh, look at this!
Nice move by Al Kindle as he put Rotator in the corner. And nobody usually puts Rotator in the corner.
Blacksmith with a little miscalculation and just missed him.
Under 20 to go. Such a shame that flaming hammer hasn't been functional this fight at all. But both bots not at 100%. As the crowd starts counting it down, can anyone get a final parting blow? Oh, nice hit there for Blacksmith. Al Kindle has done the best he can. Will it be enough? As this one is going to end up going to the judges. Kenny, Blacksmith came out determined to play the aggressor, but that dangerous top disc of Rotator drew first blood.
That's right. It was clear from the start that Victor's weapon was positioned at just the right angle to do damage to the exposed weapon chain on Blacksmith, and he was able to render Al's hammer a non-factor very early in this fight.
But after that, Al Kindle, always a fighter, found a way to keep battling, stay aggressive, and control this match.
Al used that big front wedge to bully Rotator into the side of the box, damaging Rotator to the point where I think he could have drawn a countdown if he had just backed off.
This is going to be a very interesting decision. Blacksmith lost its primary weapon, but Rotator was pretty much incapacitated for much of the back half of this match. Let's go down to Farouk to see what the judges valued more.
And the judges have reached a unanimous decision. And the winner is... Blacksmith!
Al Kindle and Team Blacksmith, you just made it into the top 16. How does that feel?
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't think we have that one, but Rotator's an awesome machine. That was a tremendous match. That was a lot of fun. We're in the top 16. That's awesome.
You showed some brilliant driving out there, both offensively and defensively, in my opinion. What happened to the primary weapon there?
I think early on he rode right up the wedge with the high horizontal. That was our biggest fear, and I think he hit the chain. We got to look at it, but we lost the hammer pretty early, so we couldn't utilize it later on, but we kept trying to get him in the screws, utilize the arena hammers, and it worked out for us.
You've made it into the top 16. How confident are you that you can advance past that?
We made it this far. We're good to go.
Al, congratulations, man. You did it. All right, I'm here with Victor Soto. First of all, it was really exciting to see the dual blades on there. That's the Rotator we know. What happened out there?
We did manage to jam up the weapon. It seems right from the very beginning. They didn't land a single hammer blow, so that I thought that was in our favor, but I guess judges chose otherwise.
You know, as far as the season, there were a lot of ups and downs. The win over Tombstone was just amazing, man. I'm sure there's be a lot of memories for you. What's your biggest takeaway from this season?
The biggest takeaway is, we had a lot of fun. We were very competitive. We showed what we can do, and we're learning a lot so that next time we can come even better.
That's for sure. Thank you, man. Congratulations. Great season.
So Al Kindle is moving on in the tournament. We know how much this means to him. He pours his heart and soul into it. He gets frustrated when he loses. He's so elated when he wins. I think he really feels like he's got a shot to go deep here.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, the journey was worth it, Al. Well done. Congratulations. And, a lot of times we get so caught up in our failures and our mistakes, but they have battled back through some crazy adversity.
Coming up, Son of Whyachi takes on Copperhead as the top 16 takes shape. That's next on BattleBots. All right, we are back on BattleBots. Our play-in matches roll on as the legendary spinner Son of Whyachi takes on the deadly drum Copperhead. Another do-or-die match. I can't wait to see it. Farouk, take it away.
In the red square, hailing from the Badger State, it's part of the triumvirate. Team Whyachi's Golden Boy, it's here to conquer and destroy. Hachi-Machi, Son of Whyachi!
3-1 this season. All 4 of their fights ended in a knockout. Their 3 KOs came by an average of 69 seconds.
Yeah, listen, they are a knockout artist. The problem is, and we've been saying it all season, it can also destroy itself.
In the blue square, snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes? You don't want to hear Farouk scream. Good thing it's only a machine. Ah! It's Copperhead!
Kenny, these 2 teams do have a tournament history. You'll remember in 2016, Zach Goffspot, back then known as Poison Arrow, upset Son of Whyachi. It was a monumental upset because Poison Arrow was seeded 27th. Son of Whyachi was a 6th seed.
Yeah, absolutely. And their game plan is to box rush Son of Whyachi once again, try to get that same shot they did as Poison Arrow.
This fight's do or die. If I lose, I'm out completely. If I win, I get into the top 16 and have a chance at the giant nut. My strategy is to just keep hitting their bot until they break. Just gonna go out there and try to get a win.
We're just gonna get the weapon spun up to full speed and just make weapon-to-weapon contact. If we can catch an edge on them, we will toss them through the air and they'll go tumbling. If they clip us on the side, it's gonna be bad news for Copperhead though, because we got those forks they can probably hit and just toss us to the side. We could really use a good knockout fight to ensure that we get into the top 16. Anything can happen at BattleBots.
Let's not forget, in 2001, Luke's dad, Terry, won the giant nut with Son of Whyachi. So for Luke, a win here is a crucial move towards stepping out of his father's shadow and starting a legacy all his own. the bot. Battle, begin. What's going on with Copperhead? What happened in the box rush?
And off he goes, Chris.
You knew it was coming. Let's see what the result is of that huge hit.
Yeah, I got wheels.
Copperhead is upside down right now. Son of Whyachi assessing the damage and trying to stay away from the sides of the battle box as well.
I can tell Luke Ewart there's plenty of damage. Copperhead does flip itself over. Is it still working is the big question.
Well, it was a massive hit, Chris. I'm not surprised that Copperhead dealing with some serious damage. Son of Whyachi doesn't want to hit there. It was facing the wall. He needs to hit with his back to the center of the battle box here.
Kenny, once again, is that a crab walk out of Copperhead? Because if so, the countdown will start.
I think he's just dazed and confused, Chris. That blow was devastating.
Whoa! Boy, Son of Whyachi's got to be so careful because of that energy recoil. He's really trying to stay free.
Well, Copperhead's come back to life, Chris. Son of Whyachi needs to tread lightly here, but he also needs to stop that spinner.
Come here.
Copperhead trying to lure Son of Whyachi in for another hit, and there it is. Oh, Copperhead's getting caught in the screws, but now it's free. Is it moving?
Barely. Oh, there goes a piece of the tire.
Come here. Come here.
Let's see if Copperhead can move in anything other than circles.
Get his tires. Knock him off.
Uh-oh.
And then what gets it out of the box? My goodness, what a crowning shot by Son of Whyachi. Holy smokes. The countdown is on. Unbelievable.
2, 1, knockout!
Luke Ewart punching his ticket to the tournament, joining his brother Jake with Hydra. A proud day for the Whyachi clan. Kenny, we say it every time, the energy from Son of Whyachi is vicious.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a different Son of Whyachi this season. They were patient when they needed to be. They were aggressive when they needed to be. Everything really is coming together for this very powerful bot.
And it withstood a nice shot from the drum spinner of Copperhead, but you look at that, getting sent across the battle box, and eventually the crowning blow, wow, sends Copperhead tumbling up and out of the box.
It's good. Luke Ewart getting it done, advancing to the top 16 by knockout. How good does that feel?
Feels pretty good, especially since I got him out of the ring there at the end.
Was that a part of it? Obviously, you wanted a little bit of redemption. You guys fought. You know, obviously, Copperhead was Poison Arrow back in 2016.
Yeah, I got a little bit of retribution from that loss. He almost knocked me out of the arena. I got him out of the arena this time. Just a great fight.
It was a great fight. Amazing knockout shot, man. Congratulations. You're in the top 16.
You never know. I mean, if you're Luke Ewart, you always hold your breath, because when you come in for that big hit, he could go that way, you could go that way, and you could end up dead.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a bot that is very, very dangerous and can go very far in this tournament.
How much fun is it right now for the Ewart clan, right? Team Whyachi, they got 2 of the top 16 in the tournament.
They are killing it. Imagine an all Ewart final. Maybe.
Coming up, it's 2 heavy hitters duking it out for our 8th and final slot in the top 16. Cobalt and Minotaur. That's coming up on BattleBots Fight Night. The 2019 season has been one of the most violent in BattleBots history. So it got split! 66 bots representing 9 different countries. Have battled all season long.
We took a lot of frame damage. We'll bring it to the Lincoln Electric booth. They're going to weld it up. It'll be stronger than ever before.
Enduring ferocious damage.
There was a lot of extreme damage.
In the ultimate war of attrition.
Look at what used to be the blade of Rotator. There's bits of that blade everywhere in the battle box right now.
And with the round of 16 right around the corner, the journey has just begun.
The guys over at Tormac graciously machined some of these newly designed pulleys. Balls to the wall, gonna drive it like I stole it.
Holy smokes! Only one will survive.
That was unbelievable!
And take home the giant nut. We are back on BattleBots, and with only one spot left in the top 16, it's up to the UK's Cobalt to lock horns with the Brazilian bull Minotaur to see who gets it. And Minotaur a season ago, so close to winning the giant nut, got smacked in the face at the beginning of the 2019 season, started off 0-2, eventually ended up 3-3. Marco Meggiolaro admitted, listen, we are fortunate to be in this position, but now that we're here, watch out.
Yeah, that's right. They had some unfortunate issues with their primary weapon. Their drum spinner was so low to the ground, it just wasn't generating enough speed in its first two fights. After they rectified that, became the old Minotaur.
But did you see the draw they've got? Dave Molds and Cobalt. This is a bot out of the UK, which has won enormous tournaments in England, in China, going for the trifecta here in the States. He said, listen, Minotaur's drum looks deadly, but we have the most terrifying vertical spinner in this competition.
It's going to come down to driving here.
Winner advances on to the tournament. The loser, see you later, as we say hello to Farouk.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time!
Cobalt, winner of numerous championships across the globe, ready to take the next step toward another against one of the best in the biz here tonight. One of the most popular bots in the world. They think they can make a deep run if they win this one.
That's right, and one of the most dangerous bots in the world. Don't let that 3-3 record fool you. They are still contenders here.
In the red square, if this bot were a rock star, it'd be Gene Spinnins. I want to spin and roll all night and break bots a party every day. It's Cobalt!
Cobalt is easily one of the scariest weapons in the tournament, and it looks like they've gone with a brand new spinner, Kenny.
That's right, that's a 50-pound asymmetrical steel disc that is made to deal weapon-on-weapon damage. They've also reattached that plow on the front of the bot to try and feed Minotaur right into their weapon.
In the blue square, strong as an ox inside this battle box. A bovine more lethal than strychnine. Vaqueros better run and hide, or it'll see you on the other side. It's Minotaur!
Minotaur rocking its gold grill tonight, Kenny.
That's right, Marco has gone with that 3-2 drum, which is made to go up against vertical spinners. They also have those wedgelets to help Minotaur get underneath Cobalt in an effort to win the battle for low ground.
Kenny, in a match that could well come down to driving, is there anyone out there you'd rather have on your side than Daniel Freitas?
You simply can't overstate the impact of a driver like Daniel Freitas. Minotaur might have a devastating drum, but their true primary weapon is the man helming the controls.
Freitas trying to flip himself over, and he does!
Good point for Daniel Freitas.
He and Sam Smith, the driver of Cobalt, just going blow for blow in the early going. Look at Minotaur, he's like, no. Oh, a nice spark shot. They're so dirty. Oh, and the pulverizer comes down and drops its 100-pound head on Cobalt.
Minotaur looking for that angle we were talking about. Uh-oh, Cobalt's exposed on the backside. He's got to be careful with that.
Oh, Minotaur chases Cobalt into the rails. Really eating a lot of that.
Whoa, what a shot by Minotaur!
And somehow Cobalt is still working.
We're still good, we're still good.
And I'm not so sure about Minotaur's drum spinner. Kenny, what's going on with that thing?
It's starting to slow down, Chris.
And it is stopped, at least temporarily, with just over a minute left in this match. If Minotaur's relegated to push-bot duties, that could spell trouble.
Controla. Tenta ligar.
Unbelievable action in the first minute and a half, but Minotaur's weapon, at least temporarily, is dead.
Well, Minotaur needs to be careful now. Cobalt on the attack with that vertical disc spinner. Minotaur doing some excellent defensive driving.
And really, you can see just how powerful Minotaur is. That little thing's pushing Cobalt around.
Yeah, and it's just lower to the ground. It's a little more squat right here.
With under a minute to go, the kill saws are active.
Without that wedge, Chris, Cobalt unable to land any strikes.
And look at this, how smart is Minotaur? Just keep powering Cobalt into the rails and pushing him there, letting him back and then pushing him back.
You know, Daniel Freitas is an amazing driver, but this is perhaps his best performance of the season.
What a great job by Daniel Freitas, pushing Cobalt. Just 20 seconds to go in this do-or-die match. And Minotaur says, I don't care if your weapon's working, I'm coming to say hello. And check out the hair on your chinny chin chin. But how about the kill saws taking a bite out of both?
Oh! Look at the power of Minotaur. What a fight!
Final few ticks. An unbelievable battle between a pair of outstanding bots. One from Brazil, one from England. A job well done.
With these two dangerous primary weapons, I knew it was going to come down to who the better driver was. And that better driver might have been Minotaur. Wow, what a fight.
Now it comes down to the judges' scorecard. Folks, this is what BattleBots is all about. How about the huge hit right off the start?
Oh, there goes the wedge. And I think he took out some lights along the way as well.
Wow. And how about that as Cobalt does flip and flip and flip.
And how about this shot?
Throwing Cobalt up against the rails, then the glass for everyone to see, including the judges who were merely feet away.
I thought it was going to be over for Cobalt, but how durable is the bot from the UK? Unbelievable.
Minotaur controlled the pace and definitely delivered the unforgettable shots, but they did lose their weapon halfway through the match. The judges are going to have their work cut out for them in this decision. Let's go to Farouk.
The results from the judges are in. The winner by unanimous decision is Minotaur!
For the third year in a row, you advance to the top 16. How does it feel?
I don't have words to explain how it feels. This is so satisfying. We've been working for so long with these robots, tweaking it, went to the Desperado. We trained the robot in Desperado, and I think now he's in good shape, and he'll make it even better for the next fight.
Daniel Freitas, he was exhausted after the fight. That was some of the best driving we've seen from him all season.
He was concentrated right before the fight. He was like thinking. I never seen him so concentrated before the fight.
You've made it to the top 16 once again. Congratulations. All right.
right, guys. Listen, you guys may not have made it to the top 16, but boy, did you guys entertain all season. How much fun did you have in this fight?
Oh, it was amazing. Just to fight these guys is a complete honor for us. And to go to the judges and have such a close decision is amazing, really. So the fact that we were here and we went toe-to-toe with them, that's a win for us.
You guys were amazing as well, and we look forward to seeing you back here at BattleBots.
Thank you very much.
If coffee is for closers, Daniel Freitas just earned himself a venti. That dude comes up big time.
Unbelievable. You know, we saw the Daniel Freitas who just had this laser-like focus out there. He knew how big this was, and he came up big time.
Kenny, was that the biggest story of the night for you?
No doubt about it. Minotaur is my bot of the night.
But winning like that, and after all the ups and downs here that they've experienced from the Desperado tournament to, you know, going 0-2 to start the season, and now finding themselves in the top 16, unreal.
So, Kenny, here it is. The top 16 is now official, and here's your field for the 2019 World Championship. The committee will now convene to determine seeding and matchups, but we do know this much. This is going to be one heck of a tournament. So for Jenny Tapp, Farouk, my man Kenny Florian, I'm Chris Rose. We'll see you next time on BattleBots.
Next time on BattleBots, 16 teams will enter the box, vying for the ultimate prize in robot combat. Can the reigning champ defend his crown?
Fight Force is unstoppable!
Or will a new challenger rise to claim their place in history?
Welcome to the Hydra era!
I'm coming for Fight Force. That's who I'm coming for.
Join us as the 2019 World Championship Tournament